Hi guys, it's Nina from ROADIE Free Radio. In today's clip, Larry talks to Meegan Holmes, who's worn a few hats in the industry, from system engineer and technician to monitor and front of house engineer. She's toured with Tool, Queens of the Stone Age, Gorillaz, and more, and now she's the general manager and sales rep for the LA branch of Eighth Day Sound. This time, she tells us the story of her first tour, LOLLAPALOOZA 1997. If you like what you hear, why not listen to the full episode, number 175 from July 20th, 2020. Thank you for listening, and thank you for subscribing. See you next time. Here's Larry and Meegan Holmes.
You've been on tour with Tool, Queens of the Stone Age, big long list, 30, 35 years of doing this. What was the moment? Was there a moment or a few moments, after you're in it for a while, where you're either on the bus or you're at some ridiculous venue or something, and you're like, holy fucking shit, I've done it, I'm doing it. Like it's happening, man.
LOLLAPALOOZA 97 is the last year that LOLLAPALOOZA was a tour. That was my first tour. Tool was technically the headliner, though there was a closing act, and that rotated between Prodigy, Orbital, and Devo. So really, one would do 4 cities, and then the next would come back and do 4 cities. So Tool was essentially the headliner. At that time, I would say they're probably one of my favorite bands. And I remember sitting at rehearsals in West Palm Beach, and they were doing their sound check. And I had seen them live numerous times. And I remember just my heart when they started playing. I don't even remember what song they were playing. They just started playing. And I remember my heart beating so hard in my chest thinking, I'm sitting on stage. Like, I'm here with them. Like, I'm working for them. And that was the Anima album. And I went on to tour with them after LOLLAPALOOZA. And I was so stoked. It didn't matter that I figured out how much I made an hour on that tour. I think I made like $3.07 an hour. I mean, it's literally the least I've ever been paid on tour, and it was the hardest I ever worked on tour for sure. And I just loved every minute of it. I just had the best time and had the biggest smile on my face, and got to develop relationships that I still have today. There's still people that, I look back, it's like, man, I've known you for 23 years. Like, wow. and really that's the beginning of kind of forging that path of building and cultivating the relationships. And a lot of that is I attribute to my success now. But yeah, that I definitely sat on that stage. And then the show that we did in West Palm Beach, the very first show of the tour, I just had the best energy all day long. Like, it didn't matter how sunburned, sweaty, humid, tired. There was a tornado watch at one point, and none of it freaked me out or frightened me. Like, I was just so excited to finally be on tour, legit on tour. I had done Weekend Warrior stuff with an act called After 7. And we did a bunch of fly dates together. Those gentlemen, and I call them gentlemen, are people that also fueled my fire because they were so generous and so kind and so incredibly talented. They taught me so much about R&B and soul, things that I hadn't been exposed to. I was exposed to through them. But it wasn't bus and truck touring the way that formal touring is. And so LOLLAPALOOZA I consider to be my first tour.
Hey, what's happening, roadies? It's Larry here. Just wanted to thank you so much for listening to this short clip. I really hope you got something out of it. If you can take 2 seconds to head over to iTunes and drop us a review or a comment, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Keep listening, keep coming back, stay healthy out there, and remember, no roadies, no rock and roll.